Okay, right. A very good evening to Toastmasters across the world. And a big enthusiastic welcome to our dynamic leaders and members of District 105. Welcome to all of you to our special PR educational program that is Capture the Moment, AI website creation and photography. Today, we are not just learning new skills, we are unlocking creativity, embracing innovation, and discovering how to tell stories that truly captivates and connects. As we embark on this journey, let us be inspired by the Toastmasters district mission, which is we build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. May this session spark new ideas, connections, and excellence in everything we do. With that note, let's now invite the architect behind District 105's public image and communication excellence, our own District 105 PR manager, distinguished Toastmaster, Manikan Rajgopalan, to give the welcome address.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Kamini Shah, for that electric start. Good evening, District 105. How's the Josh? I'm sure after a long day, the Josh should be high because sit backs. We are going to have an exciting session from our very own distinguished Toastmaster, Cajetan Barretto, on how to build AI website. Once again, on behalf of District 105, I would like to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you present today. One side, we are going to talk about technology, and the other side, we are going to talk about creativity. Interestingly, today, we are going to make sure that both this technology and creativity blend together and create a new horizon for us to work on. I'm not going to take much of your time as the architect himself is here to teach us how technology and creativity can take us to a whole different level. Without much ado, as excited as you, I am waiting for him. Over to you, wonderful master of ceremony, to take us through this session.
Thank you, DTM Manikandan. Now, it is time for the much awaited session. Let me introduce our facilitator for the day, distinguished Toastmaster Cajetan Barretto, who currently serves as the District 20 Public Relations Manager, where he channels his passion for design and branding to elevate Toastmasters within the community. He's also widely known for his popular YouTube channel, Tech for Toastmasters, through which he generously shares his expertise with the global Toastmasters community. Fellow Toastmasters, please put your hands together for our distinguished Toastmaster Cajetan Barretto to take forward. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kamini, and thank you, our District 105 PR manager, for inviting me for this session. Now, this session has two dimensions, as mentioned by a PR manager. Technology, which is heading at a breakneck speed, and then we have to pull back a little and say, what about our creativity? I'll try my best to merge these two topics together, because for the last 2 months, I have been obsessed with artificial intelligence, more obsessed than even with my wife. I come from work, I start looking at AI tools. Weekends, I'm spending simply because since the last 2 months, the landscape of AI has changed, and I'm going to show you what has changed. Now, many of you all here in the audience have, I'm sure, in some way or the other used AI tools like ChatGPT. Am I right? You can raise your hands if you have used ChatGPT. At work, you might use things like Copilot, and if you are using Google, then you would have used already. If you go to google.com and you start searching, the first thing that comes up now is not the search results, by the way. It is AI summary generated by an AI tool called Gemini from Google. So we are exposed to AI in so many ways. Up to now, we were thinking of AI as I can use it to write my email. I can use it to, let's say, create a PowerPoint presentation. But that is where today we take a next leap where we can create tools that were normally the domain of developers, programmers. But now, any of you who are attending here today can create stuff. You can create websites, and this is an example I will give you, but you can create anything. You can create an app without knowing anything about programming, because the AI can translate your ideas, your creativity into code. That means the future belongs to those who are creative, who have some kind of skill, and most importantly, they're able to describe those visions that they have in plain English. So if you are good in English, if you have good skill, you are already ahead in the AI game, as long as you start using the tools that are available. So first, I'm going to focus on creating a club website, because that's a very easy example that all of us can relate to. I'm sure you all have an Instagram account, you all have a Facebook page maybe, you even might have a LinkedIn page. But many clubs hesitate to create a website. Why? Because it's hard. You need a web developer, right? And it is hard to maintain the website. Most importantly, it costs money to hire a web developer and develop it for you, unless your club has a web expert, which is very rare. But most clubs then don't have a website. Most districts, by the way, usually also don't have a very good website. But with the AI tools, you can. And if you go, for example, to district20toastmasters.org, this website has been written entirely using AI last month. Okay? So I'm going to explain to you how you all can start using tools like this. And the tool that I'm going to use today is called AI Studio from Google. There are many other tools, but the tool which will be very familiar to most of you all, because you have Gmail, you have a Google account, and being Google, it is free. You don't have to subscribe, you don't have to pay a premium fee, $20 a month or $50 a month. You can become an AI savvy, like tech savvy, you can become AI savvy using these Google tools. Let me share my screen. And please confirm that you can see my screen. Okay. So I'm going to use this tool called Google AI Studio to show you all the future of how you can start building without any knowledge of programming. You can start creating websites and many other things. So the link is aistudio.google.com. And once you go there, you will be able to sign into your account just like you sign into Gmail or any Google properties. And you should see something like this. Google AI Studio, and here an option called Build. So since our topic today is to build a website. I will show you in this 10-15 minutes, you can create a complete club website. Simply by describing your idea, let me make it a little big here. Just by describing your idea, and what is there usually in a Toastmaster, on a club website? What would you like to see? Can anybody share some? You can put in the chat, or you can even tell me what would you like to see in a Toastmaster, your own club website, for example. What would you like to see on it?
Some nice quotation, motivation words for learning.
Pardon?
Nice quotation, like motivation.
Quotation could be, let's say, a testimonial from a member, or some quotations about the benefits of Toastmasters, right?
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to type one. Instead of typing everything, because the more you describe to the AI your ideas, what you have vision, right? You want quotes, you want nice pictures, you want to have a button where anybody can click and they can contact you, for example, all of these things. Because at the end of the day, what does a club website, what's its objective? Its objective is to give you prospects. As a PR, VP PR, you want to bring in as many prospects as possible. So when somebody is searching on Google and say, I want to improve my public speaking, and suddenly your club name comes up as one of the Google search results. You open the website, they come to know, wow, this club is meeting 5 kilometers away from me. They meet at a convenient date and time. Why don't I contact them? So this is what you want to convey in your club website, right? So I will type one command that I have prepared, and we'll go through it, by the way. So what I'm going to telling this AI is, I want to build a website. But before I do anything, I start giving some idea to the AI what I want. I want the best website in the world. That means this AI that I'm using, I'm telling it that you are the best web developer in the world. So I'm trying to complement it so that it starts thinking of creating the best thing it can. So my first prompt is, I want to build a visually appealing website. So I'm just typing this, right? I just typed it before the meeting. I kept it ready. And I created a fake club name called Muscat's Professional Speaker. I hope there is no such club like that. But if it is, this website will be for you. It's based in Muscat, and I gave some details about when the club meets, where they meet, and even I gave the Google location. So the first thing I'm trying to tell the AI is, I want to be a website for who it is. It is for this club. What do they do? Where do they meet? And for example, the contact number of the club. And most importantly, what is this club all about? It is about Toastmasters, right? It is about, and I'm not giving too much information, but I'm saying to the AI, this club belongs to Toastmasters.org, which means if you go to Toastmasters.org and find information for me, that will be useful for my club, because everything about Toastmasters is available on this website. So that's the instructions about using the information from Toastmasters. What's my objective? Why am I building the website? I'm building the website to attract new members by showcasing the benefits of gaining leadership skills and communication skills, right? I want to focus on Pathways Education Program and the benefits that should be there on my website. Let's create a section to showcase the leadership of the club, for example. Who's the president? Who's the VP Ed? So I could list that. As mentioned by Visant, instead of quotes, maybe I can give testimonials of the club, how Toastmasters has transformed their lives. An FAQ, frequently asked questions, could be very useful. Do you agree? What is Toastmasters about? What's the fees? How do I, right? So those could be, but I'm not telling what questions. I'm just saying I want this. And I want you all to see how the AI can give me the results based on these instructions. I'm also saying that there should be a method for users to fill out a form so that they can submit it to the club about their interest in joining my club. And you know, most of you all, I'm sure, know that in Toastmasters, there is, for each club, there is a link, right? For your contact a club. You're aware about this, right? So you can go to Toastmasters, search your club, you'll find contact the club, and a form will pop up. And if somebody fills up that form, what happens? The VP membership immediately gets an email saying that a member is interested in your club. So on my website, what I'm saying is, why don't I send him to this form to fill? So I will automatically get the details about this member. I put some social media handles like Facebook, Instagram, and very, very important for our district PRM, make sure that the Toastmasters branding guidelines are adhered to when creating. Don't use any colors, don't use any fonts. Follow the guidelines of Toastmasters International, and then create a section to show the Google Maps using the link that I shared earlier. So this is my prompt. I typed it. It might take me a couple of minutes to think about what I want, because as I mentioned to you, visualizing what you want is very important. And then all we do is we say build. And that is all it takes for it to start converting your ideas into something useful, in this case, a website. One of the interesting things that it does after you type the prompt is it understands your intent. What is it that you are trying to build? And it will suggest to you additional things you can add to the website. So if I click on these arrows, it says, for example, display the meeting location. This has already been done, so I don't need to follow it. Let's see anything interesting. Create a dedicated section to highlight the club offices. I have already given that prompt, so I don't need to add it. FAQ has also been delivered. Yeah, so we have, my prompt has pretty much covered most things that a club website should have. And now, in a matter of 2 or 3 minutes, we will see what that prompt translates into. I have not done any coding. I don't know anything about websites or HTML or CSS, things that a web developer would know. So it has created for me all of these elements. And the moment of truth. All right, just so that you can see it properly, let me put it in full screen mode. So, do you agree that it is following the Toastmaster brand guidelines? This District 105 PRM? Good. White color, yellow where required as accents. Fonts look good. But most importantly, look at the call to action, right? Validators are made, visit as a guest, learn more. You know, this is, if somebody stumbles upon this website, which was created in a matter of 10 minutes, you can imagine that it explains about the pathways learning experience. Remember, I have not told it about all these points, that it is a dynamic learning experience, that it is 11. Oh, okay. So here we have 11 specialized paths. I think that's, you know how many paths are there now? 6, right? So, but there were 11 at some point. So when it went searching for the information, somewhere it found 11, but we should be able to correct that very easily. What do you get? You become good communicator, leadership, confidence, feedback. It has highlighted all of the key elements of Toastmasters journey. Now, meet our leadership team, I had asked it to create a section for leadership, right? So the photos are missing, but it has put the photos, blank photos, so that I can replace them in the next prompt. But also I want you to pay attention to all these titles. I did not type this president, VP education, VP membership, right? It knows by going to the necessary, it's AI, or with this AI knowledge, it already knows what are the 8 XCOM positions that are there, okay, including the immediate past president. So I asked it to create a section for testimonials. Now it has put dummy testimonials. So now I can ask Vasant, give me a 50-word testimonial of how Toastmasters transformed. And I can tell the AI, please replace this John Doe with Vasant, for example. Jane Smith with Vikram's testimonial, right? And if you'll type your testimonial, by the way, in the next 5 minutes, I will replace it for you on the website by just typing one command, just to show you how you can iterate and improve this website as you go along. Because this is not the final website, right? This is just a starting point. You see, it has brought in the FAQ, frequently asked questions. Where did it get this from? Because I told it to go to toastmasters.org and bring the information. So it brought, do I need to have public speaking experience? Absolutely not. Toastmasters is a place where you develop your skills. So these are messages that can very easily resonate with somebody who wants to improve their public speaking skills. This is the type of website you want. How much does it cost to join? Okay, so it is not listed the exact amount, but it tells us that it is collected every 6 months. And it has the location that I gave. You can see it on Google Maps, contact number, social media, fill the interest form. And if you click on it, let's see where it takes us. It takes us to the Toastmasters form, which means if anybody fills that form, you will automatically get a notification about this prospect, and you can follow up with that prospect. So do you think that this objective of this website is well stated for a club, and clubs can do something like this? Yep, I believe so. By the way, just to give you an example, so this is a starting point, right? I will show you a website that I created for our club, which is Quit Challenges. So same ideas, right? It will, here it's a focus on the club and the club members. Similar idea, I added a section for history, the meeting information. As you can see, the map comes within the website itself. Example of, say, countdown to the next meeting. So somebody coming to this website will say, oh, in 12 days, the next meeting. Very easy. You can show videos from Toastmasters or your own club videos if you have them. This is the XCOM team. Testimonials, and so forth, right? So similar idea, very easy to put up. Within a day, you can tinker with this website and you can basically get it up and running. Now, coming back to our website, the thing I will show you to fix now is this photos. Okay, let's put real photos there with real names. So you can see with one prompt how we can replace all of the photos. To do that, I had asked our district PRM to share with me some photos of the club XCOM. And what I have done is I have put them in Google Drive. And we know that in Google Drive, you can share photos, you can share documents, right? It's one of the tools of Google. You have Gmail, you have Google Drive, you have Google Sheets, you have Google Docs, and all of this. So in my drive, I created a folder for this professional speakers club. And I assume, for the sake of argument, that this is the XCOM team. Of course, remember, this is a fictional club, but I have put the president, VP Ed, VP membership, assuming this is the XCOM team of this club. Okay. And how do we share a Google links? We normally click on the photo and we have the share button on top where we can share that particular photo, right? So this is the link for this photo. Every photo will have their own individual link, which you can click and share. So what I have done is I have, let me show it to you here. So I'll show you one photo, how to replace one photo at a time. And I'll say, and I'll try something different this time, okay? Instead of typing, I will speak to the AI. So those of you who like to talk a lot and are not so fast in typing can even just speak to the AI. Let me see how it works. So at the bottom here, we have something called speech to text. I want to change the name and photo of the club president. The name of the president is Ramanujam Raghavan, and I will provide the link to his photo. So I stop speaking, and wow, it actually understood the spelling of Ramanujam Raghavan correctly. That's amazing. So you can see this is the prompt that I would have typed, but I spoke. I want to change the name and photo of the club president. And the link to his photo is, actually I copied it from the Google. I can go here and say, this is the photo. I can say share. I can copy the link and I can paste it here. Okay. Now, one thing I want to mention to you is that whenever you use images, Google Drive is not the best tool for your website, because Google Drive is specially meant for sharing information, not for websites, but it works. And it might, sometime it gives some problem, but let's give it a try. Anything you all want to add to the website, please put in the chat and I will try to see whether I can incorporate it. As you can see on the website, if you want to change something or you want to share your testimonial, just type it in the chat and I will show you how to update it on the website.
Meet says the chat is disabled.
Oh, okay, fine. So sometime it will take 1 minute to 2 minutes to implement your change. And those of you who are, anybody who is a web developer here can raise your hands. Anybody has experience in web development? No? So the name, the photo has not come properly, but I will show you how to fix. Okay, so Joe Gordon, you have some experience. What you can see is that while I'm typing the prompts, the system generates all of the code for you. So you don't need to know this, but if you are a programmer, you can see what kind of code it generates in the back. But we don't actually look at it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fix all the photos in one time as one prompt, because I saved all of the links in my computer. So here are the president, VP education, the link for VP membership, public relations, club secretary, sergeant at arms, and immediate past president. And I have typed one command here at the end called please use Google user content link to ensure images from the Google Drive display correctly. So you will see that here the image is not displaying correctly, but by using this command, all the photos should come just like that. So while it is taking that 1 or 2 minutes, I want to also touch upon this images, because if you are developing a website, my second part of this workshop is how do we get good images? Because visuals sells, right? When somebody looks at your club leaders, your club members enjoying their club meeting, that is what attracts prospects who come to your club. Now, our mobiles have become so powerful, everyone can create great photos. Let me show you one example. So once in a while, what I do is I take my camera for a meeting and I take good amount of pictures during that meeting. These pictures could be about your members giving a speech, like this. It could be about your audience interacting. It could be just the audience listening. And what I find is that just having this, and you can take these photos, by the way, with your mobile, it doesn't matter, but capturing those right moments, they become great assets for your PR work. And the other thing that I do at the end of the meeting is I try to tell the members, let me just go through, this is also very important. At the end of the meeting, always take a group photo. And then what I do is I ask members to just stand against the wall and take their photo. Right? Why do I do that? Because you don't need to go to a studio to make great photos. Nowadays, we have so many AI tools. So you can just go to Canva, for example, and create, let's say, a post like this. This is not a Canva session, by the way, but I just want to show you how ordinary pictures can be made very impactful. So what we can do is, in Canva, for example, I can upload one of the files. Let's say.
DTM, sorry to interrupt. Your volume is a little low.
Okay, how about now? All right. So you just load any of the picture that you took with your mobile phone and against a blank wall, bring it into Canva. And use this option called BG Remover. Apply some nice background. For example, like this. And suddenly you have a photo that is almost like studio picture, which you can use on your website, which you can use in your PR material, right? So my advice to you all is whenever you get an opportunity as a VP PR or and as a member, take pictures that synthesize what it is to be a Toastmaster in a Toastmaster club. It could be pictures of your members separately, it could be group pictures, and use those pictures for your PR material, right? So if I was to now download this photo, it doesn't look any different than the one taken from a studio, and all I did was used my mobile phone, told the member, please can you stand against a blank wall, and I have a beautiful photo that I can use for my PR work. Let's go back to the website and see what has happened to our XCOM team of professional speakers, Muscat. Okay, so the pictures have not come correctly. I will ask it to correct it. So I'm just describing, saying that the club photos that I gave are not appearing correctly. Please use the Google user content link to ensure images from Google Drive are displayed correctly. Also, let me go and check to make sure that the pictures have been shared properly. Share. Yeah, they are shared properly. Sometimes the link of sharing is restricted by default, but in this case I have said anyone with the link can view this picture. Okay, let it fix that picture. That should be not a problem. Anything else we would like to? Okay, so there is a testimonial from our district PRM. I would like to show you how we can change the testimonial. So we have this section called members' voices, right? And currently the first testimonial is from John Doe. This is a dummy testimonial. I want to replace it with the one that has been given to me by our PRM. But before that, let it finish doing what I had given the previous command. And hopefully this time it will work. There it is. Right, so the club officers section looks beautiful. And the final thing we'll do is I'll show you how to change the testimonial here. And the testimonial will be, may I know your full name to be used? Manikandan, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm telling the AI I want to replace the testimonial of John Doe as follows. So I will copy the testimonial that has been put in the chat by our PRM. And say, I'll say replace John Doe with DTM. The testimonial should be. So all I'm saying is just replace John Doe with this name and the testimonial to be so and so, and hit the send button, and it will replace that testimonial. You can even replace the photo here with the photo of the person. You can add more than 3 testimonials. This is just a sample. You can keep adding, and then we are ready to publish our website. Okay. Creating a domain, having an individual name for your club, like how I have done for Quit Challenges, that is a separate topic because you have to buy a domain name and then link this site to that domain name. It's a small technical point. At this stage, what I would want you all to do is build. Go to AI Studio, build your website, make it as visually appealing as possible using your members' photos, members' testimonials, and then if you reach that point, you will yourself figure out how to publish it on the web. But generally what it requires is you have something here called deploy the app at the top right here, and if you click deploy, and then you can create a project in Google Studio and just click deploy app. It will give you a link. Okay. And for most part, you can use the link as it is. You don't need to have, like for example, here it says HTTPS Muscat Professional Toastmasters. This link is now live. Anybody, if I put it in the chat, and if you click on that link, it will take you to that website, and you can use this link to share with your members. But if you want a dedicated name, like let's say muscatprofessionals.org or muscatprofessionals.com, then there is an extra step which I don't have the time to explain to you all within this short period that I have, because it's a little more technical and you need to pay a small fee to buy the domain name. But if you're happy with this link that has been created, then that is all there is to it. Okay, and your website is ready. There might be some errors here. Yeah, so let me fix this final error. Because normally when I build a website, this menu on top, if I click on it, it usually gives me an error. And I can fix the error by saying, I copy this error that I got, and I'll tell the AI, when I click on the menu, I get the error. Please fix it. And that's it. It will fix it. So whenever you get some error, you take the error and you describe the error to the AI saying, hey, I have this error. You don't have to understand the code, why the error comes. It will figure it out why that error came, and it will fix it for you. And with that final fix, our website is done. I think I'm ready to take questions and hand over to the team. Kamini, over to you.
Thank you, DTM Cajetan. What a wonderful insight. And I'm sure now you all must be curious too with your queries. And for that, we'll invite our moderator, Toastmaster Vikrant, to take over. If you have any queries, please post your chat to him. And otherwise, you may raise your hands. Over to you, Toastmaster Vikrant.
Thank you. Thank you so much, DTM Kamini. And at the outset, let me first thank DTM Barretto for dedicating his time and enlightening us today on this wonderful platform, this amazing set of information, which I'm sure is going to help each one of us present today. Thank you so much, sir. We have a few questions which are already there in the chat box. And the first one is from Toastmaster Jayasudha. The question is, can we edit the content later?
I think I already showed you, right? The interactive process of just describing what is there and what you want to change. So, for example, the testimonial, there was a dummy testimonial. I edited it with the testimonial from our PRM. So you can keep adding, you can keep editing, all using prompts, Either you type the prompt or you speak the prompt.
Perhaps the intention might be to know, is there any limitation to the number of editing that can be done? Or is it the n number of?
No.
Yes, that was my question. Yeah. Like we can edit anytime later, like there is no limitations.
There is zero limitation. And in fact, I have been working on one very complex AI project, not a website, but yeah, it's a website, but it's a very complex website. For the last 1 month, every day I go, I add something new. Every day I go and I refine something. I don't like the colors. I want to change this message that comes. I keep adding. It's a continuous process.
All right, sir. So this free version support, which we have got as of now from Google Studio, that will continue lifelong, or does it again have got some kind of value attached to it, like the time value attached to it?
You mean in terms of getting free access to it?
Yes, sir.
I don't work for Google, so I cannot answer on their behalf. But
so we can assume as of now it's free.
But I know, but I can say it will be free for the foreseeable future because they want as many people to make content. Why? Because then they make money from the usage of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have a revenue model where the more you build, somehow or the other, they will start making money off you. But not for making the website or not for using the tool, but it's usage. So for example, you created this website, right? And you published it and it became very popular. As long as it is used by 10 people or 20 people, no cost for you. But imagine if 1 million people started using, because so big, you'll have to host it. You'll have to pay them the hosting cost, right? And that's where they'll make the money.
I see. And the websites and the content which is created through Google Studio, is it mobile friendly as well, sir?
Absolutely mobile friendly. Let me show you. In fact, when you are developing the website, you can see while you are developing how it will look on different devices. So here on the right hand side, we have something called device, right? I can see how would it look on a tablet? How would it look on a mobile? So you can simulate while you're developing that it will be rendered properly for the different devices. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, absolutely. There's another question from Toastmaster Jayasudha. Can we have a sample prompt, please, to start with?
Sample prompt. I'll post it in the chat, by the way. The same one which I gave, I will post it in the chat so that please feel free to go home, copy paste it and try it out. Replace the club names with your own club name Oh, okay. So it is giving me some, I will break it into two prompts. Wait, why am I doing that? I will add it as a text file on the chat. Okay.
Sure.
Yes, it is there in the chat. Feel free to download it, edit it to your heart's content, add more stuff to it. Go to aistudio.com, just put it and see what you get out of it.
Sure. So there's another query, how to make the website SEO friendly?
Yes, SEO friendly, first of all, maybe not everyone understands what is SEO friendly, but it requires your website to have special words and tags that can be identified by search engines, so that whenever somebody is searching for public speaking, your website comes up, right? So it is not done in the AI Studio itself, but anybody who wants to do SEO already knows something about HTML and tags, right?
True.
So what you would do is you would go into the code that AI Studio generates, and you'll add those SEO tags in there on each page.
Okay. There's another query from DTM company. How do I shift this website from ChatGPT to a domain like GoDaddy?
Yes. Very good question. First of all, you need to buy a domain. Okay.
Okay.
Whether it's from GoDaddy or from Name, there are many providers that provide you this facility. And then there is one step that you have to go to Google, your not AI Studio, but part of the Google platform. There is a place where it says, this website that I have created, the link that I posted in the chat, right? The one which I posted, link it to that domain name. So that step is a little technical. Those who know about domain names, those who know how to host, would already know how to do it. But it's basically buy a domain name and then tell Google Studio, please link my website to this domain name. So whenever people type that domain name, it will open the website. And that is what I have done for our club. I've bought a domain name and I hosted it on that.
All right. So is there any specific limitation on the size in terms of the file size that can be uploaded in this free version of Google Studio?
Which file?
Like the files we are uploading in terms of photographs?
Oh, no, because photographs, normally you will put it somewhere on the cloud, right? Either on Google Drive, you'll put somewhere, and you'll only give a link to that in the AI Studio. You will not upload the image there. You will use a link from your existing, wherever the file is stored. So there is no problem there.
There's no problem. So I have got one question in my mind, which is getting triggered since the session has been progressing. So the way AI is shaping up, very soon, will it come to a stage where VPPRs probably would not be required at all?
In fact, one of the tool that I developed, by the way, and let me show it to you. It was done as a fun project. Don't please, VPPRs, you all are very, very much needed, because creativity cannot be. I don't think AI has reached that point, but I want to show you one tool that I created called PR Wizard. Okay, and this is meant for, let's say, brand new PRs who are very new and they want to create a poster, right? So basically you just choose your theme. For example, you upload your Toastmasters logo, for example, you upload the background image, For example, let's say something like this, right? And you can say, no, this photo, I want it to be separate, and it will create like this. So generally, using this tool, you can create a poster in a matter of seconds, right? Because you just have to type your text, your maybe theme of the meeting, add the Toastmaster logo. Let me see, where is the Toastmaster logo? For example, logo. Oh, this is not a good logo because it is white. I wanted a transparent, but we could say, okay, I want the logo this side and that side and the top right, and you can create this. So will AI make PRs, VPPR not necessary? I don't think so, but it will help them, first of all, to create content very fast, to help them to create the text using AI so that the right messages go out to the audience. Yeah. So no, it won't replace, but it will help them.
Sure. That was really a great input, and I think a great reckoning for all VPPRs that we are still going to continue. And I'm sure the AI is going to be an additional tool which is going to arm and build our arsenal. On that note, thank you so much, DTM Barretto. And I would like to hand it over back to our MC, DTM Kamini Shah. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, our charismatic moderator, to manage that. And there's lots and lots of questions, and I'm sure everyone has got answered with those. Now I would like to call upon our DTM Manikandan to give a vote of thanks. Over to you, DTM Manikandan.
Thank you, DTM Kamini. Quickly, I would like to share my screen to present a token of gratitude to our wonderful facilitator who has readily accepted to be with us to impart knowledge, wisdom, and more importantly, how we can become lazy with technology and a little bit of creativity. Thank you, DTM Cajetan Barretto, the Public Relations Manager of District 20. Amazing session, sir. I mean, kudos to you. I would like to request all the members in the forum to show your virtual gratitude through your applauses, virtual applauses to DTM Cajetan Barretto. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being with us, imparting knowledge on how technology and creativity can work hand in hand. Please accept our virtual gratitude through a certificate. Thank you. I would also like to thank our Master of Ceremony, Kamini Shah, Distinguished Toastmaster, for taking up this challenge and doing justice. Thank you, madam. Last but not the least, I would like to thank Toastmaster Vikrant Handa for his invaluable support by being the question and answer moderator for the session. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vikrant Handa. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the district trios, our district director, Distinguished Toastmaster Cyprian Miskit, our program quality director, Distinguished Toastmaster Ramanujam, and our club growth director, Distinguished Toastmaster Suryakant Kirloskar, and all the leaders and members of the Toastmaster fraternity for being here, supporting us, guiding us, and most importantly, following us. Thank you so much. I hope you all had a great experience with our distinguished Toastmaster Cajetan Barretto on how to build AI websites. I'm sure when you get back to your home today, you will be creating a lot more websites. With that note, I would like to thank everyone for being with us once again, and back to you, DTM Kamini.
Thank you, DTM Mani. With this, I'm sure everyone has got lots and lots of learnings today, and that concludes our learning session for today. See you in our next learning session soon. Good night to all.